have Scott, he's in my beginning class, and he has his pinch pot, but we need to add a foot on the bottom of his pinch pot, just like this piece does, so that heat can move underneath the piece. So a foot is the negative space underneath, and the reason for that is because in the kiln, your piece will crack if that doesn't happen. So this is a coil. I pre-made a coil right here. It's about the size of a Sharpie marker. I also need to have some tools. I have a fork, wooden modeling tool, a fettling knife, and some slip, which you can see is pretty messy over here. Slip is just clay plus water, and it acts like glue. So what we're gonna do is flip over his leather hard piece, and his piece has to be leather hard. You can almost knock on it and it makes it a harder sound. And it has to be leather hard so it doesn't cave in. So I like to plan where I'm gonna put it just by eyeballing straight down using my thumbnail or my middle fingernail to kind of guess. So let's put our coil right there. The first thing we need to do is to score the surface, which is scratching. And you can use, I'll just grab my fork because it works pretty quick. And you're pushing pretty hard into it. So the scoring is going to work to help interlock the clay. Because if you just stuck a coil on without that, it looks like it's stuck, but it's really not. It will fall apart later. So what we just did now is we scored it. If you can move to look on the top view, you'll see the next thing I'm gonna do is to add slip. Don't spend a lot of time, it shouldn't be pretty. Tap that baby on there, move it around, just get that slip on there so that you can add your coil. The reason it doesn't need to be pretty is because you're gonna end up blending it. So we have a really soft coil. If your coil cracks, it means it's too hard. Let's just line it up here. And I'm gonna take my fettling knife and guess and cut off. So now you think it's attached. It's not, you still need to blend. That's our last step. So I like to take my thumb and I push half of the coil down and out. If you can zoom in on that part, push down and go out. So you do that all the way around it. I also like to go side to side. And then you do the same thing to the inside. Hold one hand on the outside. I like to use my pinky and push down and then smooth. Now our coil foot is attached. And I would leave this when it's done in my locker overnight, covered in plastic. Then tomorrow you can flip it. So if I were to flip it today, it would smush my coil and break the bottom, which it didn't, but that's what it would do. All right, thanks.